What y'all up this Tuesday morning doing? Y'all wanna know what I'm doing right now? You know what I'm doing right now? Sitting here waiting on my hair to get big. Why I say that? Because when I wear my hair natural, I'll be like, you need to hurry up and get bigger. What's up, Asia? Y'all hear me? I just been sitting here for about 20 minutes waiting on my hair to get big. Y'all, when I wear my hair natural, I want it to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and I call it my lion's mane, my lioness mane, right? But anyway, that ain't what we here to talk about today. Okay, y'all. Hey, Soda. Hey, Thea. Hey, y'all. Okay, so I didn't go for a bike ride this morning. I started my morning with yoga practice, right? So in the back, I had a little yoga practice, and yes, for the lion's mane, right? Okay. So y'all, I wanted to revisit some things I brought up yesterday. And then I went to like some of the old morning breaths like long time ago. And I remember when I was talking about just sitting with yourself and just sitting in this radical act of sanity. Do y'all remember that? So this is what I got this morning during my yoga practice. The questions of what is life asking me to learn right now? So you remember I talked about that art of introspection yesterday, and these divine questions that we have access to and that we are allowed to ask. I remember somebody said yesterday when I was talking about just the experience like with being in a church or being in a religious practice where it's like you can't question, you can't ask questions. And somebody said that they felt like being told that so often it impacted their throat chakra. And I am with you, sister. I can't remember who said it, but just that experience of like having your throat chakra closed or blocked because you're told you may not ask questions or you can't inquire about certain things, when in actuality, in this process and this art of introspection, that's really all that we're doing. We're asking questions. We're asking these divine questions so that we can get closer to this spiritual evolution, right? This spiritual revolution within ourselves. So we can move closer to consciousness, right? And consciousness, y'all, I love that word. Consciousness, perhaps the highest word that we could ever utter. But just questions, divine questions is what we use to get there, right, y'all? So these divine questions, this art of introspection, and just being able to sit with ourselves. Okay, you agree? Okay, that throat chakra, right, y'all? So I was thinking about the throat chakra and then the heart chakra, but y'all, I think about 50 million things, but I just got some notes here. Let me tell y'all kind of where I went in my mind and in my feelings and in my heart as I thought about these divine questions, and especially the question like, what is life asking me to learn right now? And then that took me to the question of what can I learn from the most difficult person or situations in my life right now, right? Instead of just immediately going to rejection, it's like, I usually say when I have a difficult situation, I usually say, okay, God, what you trying to tell me now, girl? What you trying to teach me? Because these difficult situations really teach me no matter what part of my life, right? So a lot of people ask me about sitting with yourself and sensing and feeling and being in meditation or being mindful. And I just want to give you all a couple of suggestions for you to do it. Give you a couple of ways that I'll tell you how I do it, okay? How about I share that? So one thing I know that I have to do when I sit with myself and when I'm ready to go in and be with me, y'all, the number one thing that I have to do is to first be sure to be kind. I have to be sure to be kind to myself. Because y'all, usually when I go sit with myself, perhaps it's a difficult situation or conversation or interaction with someone. A lot of times, y'all know what we do. We'll kind of like beat up on ourselves and just think, like we're just unsatisfied or we're just displeased with something that we've done, a behavior, an action, or the fact that this situation is happening. And we get hard on ourselves instead of being kind to ourselves. So y'all, when you are ready to go sit with you, I want you to first, the number one thing is to be kind, okay? So be kind with you. Let that be the first thing you do, right? And then as you prepare yourself, here's how we prepare ourselves. We turn off the distractions, right? We turn off distractions, and usually, like you all have heard me talk about when I do my 7-day detox, where I turn off all these distractions like social media, and I don't usually watch TV or anything like that, but I just turn off everything around me, and I turn off the distraction of what different foods can bring to my body. So I go strictly to liquids, and I just juice for like 5 days before I even go into just chewing. I do no chewing first, and then when I go into chewing, it's just raw chewing, right, y'all? It's just raw things. So anyway, turn off the distractions. And then the next thing is moving out of this thinking space, right? You're moving away from the thinking and going to the noticing, the sensing, the feeling, the listening. No evaluation, right? You're not evaluating. You're just going into this quiet, right? And so you need those two things. You need the outer quiet to get to your inner quiet, right, y'all? Y'all with me? So then it's kind of like, and I wrote it this morning, it's kind of like sitting at the dinner table with yourself, right? And allowing these emotions to move. Y'all remember that day when I talked about like your thoughts can be like a jet plane? One of my friends, Devin, told me about that. Like your thoughts can be like a jet plane, but the emotions are slow like a glacier, like the movement of a glacier, right? So as we go to seek out this soul wisdom, our goal, our intention is to experience this sense of peace when answers start to come with us. When we sit with ourselves, when we want to go to that spiritual evolution and ask those questions, we can ask ourselves, am I feeling a deep sense of peace? Am I feeling deep peace right now? So that you can be more and more even-minded, right, y'all? Don't you all want to be even-minded? Y'all, that balance of the mind and just being even-minded, right? Instead of all of this, all of this, all of this. Don't y'all want that? Oh, I know I do. I know that's why I sit with me. And that's why today, instead of going on a ride, I was like, you know what? I need to slow it down, slow my body down so I can slow some of these thoughts down, right? So let me see what else I wrote for y'all. So we get to sit with ourselves and recognize that as long as we're breathing, we can start over. So perhaps while you're in seat, that you may notice some things some choices you made or some things that you wish you had not done. Don't y'all all experience that? I usually say that when I look at situations from my past, like there are just some things that I really wish that I had not done that. But during that time, for some reason, I thought that was the choice. But ooh, so thankful for today, right? So thankful for a new day with the new grace and mercy, that I'm not doing those things that I did yesterday, and that I'm always evolving spiritually, right, y'all? So when you're seated, your assignment is to just feel, right? Not think about anything, but to feel all the sensations that come into the body, all the sensations that come with the breath as well. And then just riding the waves of your own breathing, y'all. So just imagine that. And so a lot of times I know this rumination of thoughts can come up, or I know like you'll get stuck where you'll feel some anger rise up. And y'all know what? You can let those things come up, because as long as you go back to the breath will take care of you. As long as you go back to noticing your breath, the breath will take care of all of that stuff that comes up. So this rumination where the thought just runs over and over and over in your mind, or this anger where it's coming and you don't know what to do with it. But y'all, like I told y'all with emotions come to inform us, and especially anger. That energy of anger is so transformative. Y'all know that? It's so transformative. So it comes to tell us like maybe there was an injustice or something isn't right. But you can transform that energy. Like when you sit with it, the wisdom comes up, right? The wisdom, that body wisdom comes to us. And then you know what happens next? When you sit with it, you act out of the wisdom instead of out of the emotion. Y'all get what I'm saying? You act out of the wisdom instead of out of the emotion. So sitting with you, y'all, oh, it feels so good when I think I'm getting a deep sense of peace just sitting here telling y'all about it, because it's so good, y'all. Okay, let me tell y'all a couple more things and then I'm gonna get moving. So sitting with you and this art of introspection, right, y'all? It's about the attending. It's about this awareness, and it's a core aspect of being human, to be in our physical selves and our spiritual selves, right? And it's about the sensations that come up. It's about, I'm just sitting here being me. Y'all get it? So we get to drop into the silence in between the words in our minds. Ooh, that's so good, y'all. Between the breath. And we get to sustain this awareness, right, y'all? We get to sustain this awareness in silence and take up residency in our own awareness. Ooh, y'all, it's so yummy. You got to do it. The breath will help to stabilize us when all of those thoughts keep coming up, right? And then the mind will, again, wonder, y'all, it'll just keep happening. And you don't have to get upset or get agitated or irritated. The mind will wander just like that jet plane with all the racing, right? And the breath will, again, take care of us, right, y'all? As long as you say, I'm going to come back to the breath. And I always tell people, like, use the breath to remind you to be here now, right? Because you can't breathe in the future or the past. So use your breath to be here now. Y'all. So it's the listening when we come to sit. Right? When we come to sit with ourselves, it's the listening. And usually that's where I get those divine communications, because I've freed up that space. Remember I said that outer quiet and that inner quiet is what's needed? So here's what I got to say to y'all. Take your seat, right? Take your seat so you can practice, right? And have this radical act of sanity. This art of introspection, right? This time with you, this pursuit of spiritual evolution, right? Y'all with me? Your humanness, your spirituality, right? Right? So we can be in wise relationship with life. So remember that question that I started us with? What was the question? Let me go back to the top. What is life asking me to learn right now? Right, y'all? So when you sit with yourself, you get to be in wise relationship with how to be in life. Like what might be possible? What are we assigned to in our lives? What do we need to align ourselves with, right? And we should align ourselves with the best aspects of us, right? But to tap into that, we got to turn off all the noise. We got to turn off that outer noise and even that inner noise, right, y'all? Okay, y'all. That's all I got today, but I want us to take 3 good breaths together. 3 good breaths where we're moving out anything that we need to move out of the way so that we can sit in our stillness. Okay, y'all? Okay, y'all? Yes, this radical act of sanity. What is life asking me to learn right now? Sister Sherry. We just got to slow down and be, y'all. We're going to slow down and be. Okay, let's take some breaths together. Chuck, you going to close your eyes? Go ahead and close your eyes, Chuck. As you close your eyes, we just want to breathe, sit, notice, love, listen. So everybody take a breath in and let it easily come out. So there it is again, y'all. That breath is taking care of us. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Everybody exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Everybody exhale. So we ain't trying to get nowhere, right? Mindfulness is about paying attention on purpose. Chuck, open your eyes again. Mindfulness is not about trying to get somewhere else. It's about recognizing that the current state is especially special if you are aware. Y'all get that? This current state, this current moment is especially special if you are aware of it. So y'all, let's be aware of all these moments we have, right? This is just a moment in time, and let's be aware of this moment, right? Y'all got it? Y'all with me? Y'all have a good Tuesday. I'm going to go be with these students because y'all know I'm in love with my students. So I'm about to go be with my students. And y'all go be in love with y'all day. Go be in love with what life is trying to teach you right now, okay? All right. Bye, Shira girl. Shira.